replace the bad filler words, the sound filler words. Well, they are actually not filler words. People call them filler words, but they are just sounds that you make and they do not sound good when you're speaking. Hello, everybody. How are you all? Hope you're doing great. So, welcome back to another session of learning English with me. And today, I have something very important, whether it's a formal speaking, informal form of speaking, casual conversation, or a presentation. This is something that is very important, something that makes you a confident and fluent English speaker, impactful speaker. And what is it? That's the filler words. Now, filler words, they act as saviors. Savior, why? Because a lot of times you're faced with situations where you might not know what to speak next. You might want to take a pause. There are certain situations in which filler words are very important and they help you become fluent in English. So today I'm going to tell you about the art of using filler words. Just knowing about them is not enough, but knowing how to use them, when to use them, which ones to avoid and which ones to use is very important, and today's lesson is going to focus on that. So are you all ready for this? I'm Shivangi Gupta, your CELTA certified English language tutor, certified by the University of Cambridge, the UK. And before beginning, please subscribe the channel so that you can get all the lessons that I upload for you on the channel. Please like the video and share it with your friends too. Now coming back to today's lesson. Well, let's get started with the filler words. Now filler words are amazing to use whenever you're confused about what to say next. The word filler, that means you need to fill some space. And that is why we also call them gap fillers, but I usually call them filler words. You can either call them gap fillers or filler words, one and the same thing. So filler words are basically the words that we use whenever we are confused about something. We are speaking something, we are confused about it, we forget what we are trying to say, we use a filler word in order to fill that silence, the gap in between, so that we can maintain a fluency while speaking English. That's why filler words help you maintain a fluency while speaking English. Now, there are filler words that you must avoid and there are filler words that you must use. Well, there are good filler words and bad filler words. Now, good filler words. That's what we are going to learn today. Good filler words. But not before knowing about the bad filler words. What are the bad filler words? Now, these are the commonly used filler words. Actually, people think they are filler words, but they are not filler words. They're considered as bad filler words. That's the sounds that people make, like Don't they? Don't people make these sounds whenever they forget something, when they are trying to say something, when they want to fill that gap in between, right? But the thing is that if you are continuously using these sounds, it appears that you're not fluent and you are underconfident. Yes, it impacts the way you speak. These filler words, the sounds. So I have made a lesson before about bad filler words. There are more bad filler words, but today's focus is going to be on the sounds and how to replace these sounds that we make. For example, yeah, I was trying to say something. People do that, right? They use these sounds in between. I'm not saying that you cannot use them at all. Using them once in a while. For example, you are speaking for 10 minutes. You're giving a 10-minute presentation and you've used these sounds once, twice or thrice in between. That's completely fine. But if you're trying these sounds as a filler words, you're trying to use them as filler words, after every sentence, it will appear so unprofessional. Plus, you will not sound fluent. Your audience will have difficulty understanding what you're saying. That's why you should avoid these sound filler words, right? These sound filler words at all costs. Naturally, using them is completely fine. But then using them a lot, that's wrong. And today's lesson is going to focus on how to replace these filler words, how to replace these bad filler words of sounds with the good filler words that you must use. So avoid using these